and welcome back to my channel. So it's been a hot minute since I've recorded anything. Clearly. Reasoning behind that is because I have a job. It's not much of a job, but it is a job. But we're not here to talk about that today. Today, I want to talk about literally what every other YouTuber is talking about, and that is the corona. So basically, bring you guys closer a little bit. Basically, everybody already knows what it is at this point. It's pretty much a global-wide virus. It's a bit ridiculous on how people are acting towards it and responding to it. So, me working at Crystals, I am a lobby worker. Yes, I work at Crystals, okay. Unfortunately, due to this whole corona thing, I am out of work. Which sucks, because I literally just started this job. But this whole corona thing is kind of just like, it kind of sucks. Just a little bit. Do I have a dimple? Oh my god, I have a dimple. But it's funny how as soon as I get a job, this whole corona thing breaks out and just goes like wildfire. And it's just crazy how people are just panicking like crazy. I understand that Trump did a whole like worldwide, like a whole like thing and was like, I got tested, like, bitch, okay. So it's like, we can't get tested, like, where are we gonna get tested at? There's nowhere in the state of Tennessee that I can get tested at. And these are not bruises. I've not been beat. Didn't realize you could see them. Well, I knew you could, but like, it's complicated. These are not bruises. My man don't beat me or anything like that. They are love marks. He bites me. But the thing is, like, people are like buying out toilet paper, hand sanitizer, hand soap, and everything like that. And I'm like, okay, but why though? Like, I understand that this thing is spread by like humanly contact and stuff. And I'm just like, I just don't like people. I don't really touch anybody. I don't really like anybody. The only person that you will see me touch is my man. And I'm just like, if we get it, then we're just stuck together. And yeah, so oh well. But I think it's a little ridiculous because, so another thing is, besides the quarantine and the corona and all this other stuff, now that I'm working, I had to literally ask my general manager. I'm like, so since I'm a lobby worker, am I getting paid? And she's like, no. And I'm like, I'm not getting paid? I'm like, I thought I was gonna get paid. I was like, okay, this is gonna be fine. I'm gonna get paid for being out because of this whole thing. And she's like, no, you're not getting paid. And I'm like, what? Run that by me again? I'm not getting paid? And she's like, no. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I thought I would get paid. And she's like, no. And I'm like, that's so dumb. Because I just found that out today that I'm not going to get paid. And I'm a little bit heated, but I can't be. And I'm just like, why am I not getting paid? And it's a little bit irritating that I'm not getting paid, but I get my very first paycheck, I think, Friday of this week. which is in 2 days that this is going up. Yeah, my landlord just drove by. That was nice. So like, I got pieces of my wig and my hair on my dress. But anyway, my only thing is, how do you guys feel about this whole like thing with this corona? I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's nice that I'm out of work and everything, but it sucks that I'm not getting fucking paid because of it. Like, I'm just like, why am I not getting out of work? Why am I getting out of work and not getting paid? And I'm just like, it's okay though. It's okay. It's no big deal. Hopefully Donald Trump can come through and like help me get money from my bills to help my mans. But anyway, on a different subject, hopefully by the time I get paid, I will be doing a room tour video of my room. You guys have basically seen it, but yeah, it's just that I've just not gotten around to cleaning it that well because I've been at work and yeah. Oh, another thing. This whole coronavirus has canceled pretty much any con that you've planned on going to. Because here in Tennessee, there's a few of them canceled. Fanboy, for all I know, is currently not canceled. Rod Run's not canceled, I don't think. And something else isn't canceled. But if you want a full updated list, I'll do that. Even if you don't live in Tennessee and you have cons that you want to know about and see if they're canceled or not, I will gladly do that as well. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much just about it, I guess. Life right now at home's pretty slow. Life's going fine. I'm a week and 4 days late on my period. It's getting real fun up in here. So yeah, when I do, Friday, I'm going to get a pregnancy test. I've already had like 2 pregnancy scares with this man, and I'm just like, I can't be pregnant. But he don't know this, but honestly, I do want a child, and if I'm pregnant, then for me, this is my rainbow baby, because your girl had a miscarriage. So I really hope that maybe God's like, you had surgery, but and there's like a really high risk of me not being able to have another baby because of like them fucking it up and stuff. Jordan don't know that. But yeah. So I am going to go get a clear blue one. Those are like I like the clear blue ones quite a lot. Mainly the ones with like the little screen on them that tells you you're pregnant or you're not pregnant. I like those. Those are like $7-8. But in my mind, I'm like $7-8 for a good quality one, and with 2, I'm gonna do that one. Clear Blue is also the one that I took in my last pregnancy. So, yeah. Also a little bit of clarification. The miscarriage was in 2019, but I was pregnant during 2018. So another thing. So my ex fiance that I was with when I was pregnant, he's the one that got me pregnant. So I found out like a month ago, 2 weeks ago, not a month, 2 weeks ago, that he cheated on me while I was locked up and got her pregnant. So he contacted me like 2-3 weeks ago. He was like, you're nasty, I don't miss you, you're trifling, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, are you jealous that I'm in a relationship or what? And he's like, I'm not jealous of you. And I'm like, okay, then why are you in my DMs? Like, and he's like, I have a kid now, I don't want you. And I'm like, how do you have a kid when we've only been separated for like 7-8 months? Because in my mind, I'm like, it takes 9 months to, for the baby to be born. And I'm like, and in my mind, I'm just kind of like, so did you fuck somebody while I was locked up? And then I'm going with it, right? For like, in the beginning, I was like, okay, cool, you got a kid, you adopted. He's like, I didn't adopt. And I'm like, oh, okay, is it hers? And she had it with somebody else? He's like, no. And I'm like, oh, so you cheated on me while I was locked up. And he's like, oh shit. And I'm like, yeah, oh shit, bitch. And he's like, yeah, I cheated on you. And I'm like, yeah, some loyal man you are, honey. And he's like, well, I had no other choice. And I'm like, yeah, you really did though. And he's like, I really didn't. And I'm like, me being locked up was 4 months. It was not that bad. Well, okay, let me put it like this. If the environment was better, it would not have been that bad. But the way the environment was made life 10 times worse. And I could not have sex. I could not even masturbate. I couldn't do anything. That's a little bit of TMI. But I couldn't do anything like sexual pleasure. And then I'm just like, so you cheated on me, had sex with somebody multiple times, and are just now telling me? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, bitch, you better be glad I don't live in the same state no more. I'll be pounding your fucking face in. And he's like, you had sex? And I'm like, I was locked up. No, I didn't. And he's like, oh, bet. And I'm like, bet. And then he's like, I got proof. And I'm like, oh, honey, where? Prove it to me. And then he brings up this little rinky-dink text, just like 2 lines long, that I had sent 2 weeks before I went into get locked up. And it's to one of my guy friends. And I'm just like, ooh, I can't wait to suck your dick. And he's like, girl, quit playing. And I'm like, I'll never do that regardless. You got a girl. And he's like, girl, please. So, okay, a little bit backstory on me and my bestie, my guy bestie. He is married. He was married. Was at the given time of this situation, he was married. I was friends with both of them. The girl, his ex-wife knew me from middle school to high school. I knew him from elementary school up until high school. So I was cool with both of them. I could make this kind of joke with him regardless of anything. And I could do the same kind of joke with the wife. I'm not going to say her name. I'm just going to call it ex-wife, the wife, and stuff like that. And it was cool. Like, I could text her and be like, hey girl, let me get that pussy. And she'd be like, girl, please. You know I could give this to you anytime. And I'm like, girl, bet. And shit like that. I could play. But my man was not okay. My ex-man was not okay with me playing like that. And as most of you know, if I played too hard like that, he'd beat the shit out of me. And shit like that. So I would literally have to, like, I could play like that, but then I'd have to delete the conversation so he wouldn't know. Anyway, so when it came down to it, before I left, I gave my old phone to my man, my ex-man, and was like, here you go, hold on to this while I'm gone. He's like, okay. Little did I forget that he knew my password. He knew everything. He knew all that stuff. He goes onto my phone and screenshots it and saves it into his phone. And he brings up this whole thing. He's like, you got fucked. And I'm like, no, I didn't. And then he sends me another screenshot, a more recent one from him talking to him. Okay, my ex-man talking to my old bestie. And he's like, ooh, boy, let me get this dick. And he's like, girl, is that you? I thought you were locked up. And then he's like, no, I'm home now. And he's like, oh, true? And he's like, it's kind of weird that you just do that. And I'm like, and in my mind, I'm like, that's not something I would do. I would be like, hey, boy, what's up, boo? What you doing? Like, how's your girl? And shit. I would do that first and then be like, let me get that dick. And shit like that. Like, I could tell right away that he knew it wasn't me. And then he's like, let me see that this is you. And he's like, you know, like, FaceTime me and shit. And he's like, no, I can't. And he's like, yeah, that ain't you. Honey boo, bye. And then he blocked me. And then I got onto my ex's account and started messaging him. He's like, I'm like, boo, why'd you block me? And he's like, it's not you. And then he's like, and then he goes into him. He's like, yeah, it's not her. And he's like, I fucking knew it. I know how she is. And then my ex is all defensive. And he's like, you try to fuck my girl. And he's like, no. The fuck? We are besties. We are friends, honey. We play. You need to back up. And then my ex is like, you ain't supposed to play like that when you're friends. And he's like, bitch, I've known her since elementary school. You gotta tell me how I can and can't play with my bestie? And then he's like, yeah, I'm her man. Now, keep in mind, this is back when I was still locked up and still dating him. And then, he's like, don't message me until she comes home. And he's like, whatever. And then I come home. And my ex is still trying to be like, hey, let's meet up, let's fuck. And I'm like, no, I'm not playing with you no more. What time is it? Hey, Google, what time is it?
It's 4:02.
Okay. So it's about like 2 months into my new relationship by this point. He sends me all these screenshots between me and my bestie. And they're like talking back and forth, and they're like, you know, like talking it up. So, okay, talking it up means pretty much in mine and my old bestie's words, like, we talking dirty. Like, so since I knew both of them, they were both fine with talking dirty with me because, you know, bestie got code. And they knew regardless that anything they did with me would be safe. Because let me tell you, if your man come out and tell you he's gay, I knew first. Or if your girl come out and tell me she's gay, I knew first. And I was, yeah, we will most definitely get that in a minute. So pretty much, like, they were going back and forth, and he was talking to my guy best friend, and he's like, boo, let me be straight. And I'm like, alright, what's up? Well, I was like, alright, what's up? And he's like, boo, I think I'm gay. And then he blocked him. So, yeah, that was rough. And then I make my new Facebook account, and I find him, and I'm like, hey, bestie, what's up, boo? What have you been doing? I'm like, I miss you so much. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, what do you mean, K, bitch? I'm like, what did I do? And he's like, I told you I was gay, and you blocked me. And I'm like, when did you tell me you were gay? I was flipping out. I was like, flipping my shit. I'm like, when did you tell me you were gay? He's like a month ago. And I'm like, boo, I just got home. And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, boo, I just got a phone. I had to go all the way to Georgia to go to my ex and get my old phone. And he's like, bro, what the fuck? And I'm like, I'm being dead ass with you. I've not had this phone in over 4, 5, 6 months. And he's like, prove it. And then I go on to my messenger, my old messenger, and I screenshot his conversation, and I'm like, this is not me. And he's like, I knew it wasn't you. I fucking knew it. And I'm like, boo, you know what I sound like. You know how I talk. And he's like, boo, I'm sorry. And I'm like, no, honey, I'm sorry. And I'm like, I'm so happy that you came out to me. And I'm like, how's your girl feel? He's like, yeah, we're done now that I'm gay. And I'm like, true. And I'm like, I'm sorry, that sucks, man. He's like, yeah. Anyway, point of this is, so, point of this is, about 2.5 weeks ago, my ex accused me of cheating on him while I was locked up. I talked to his current wife, my ex's wife. I talked to her. Well, she messaged me first, technically. And she's like, hey, let me talk to you. And I'm like, who's you? And she's like, I'm with your ex. And I'm like, which one, honey? Be specific. She's like, Austin. I'm like, oh, honey.
Let me out. I'm stuck in your pocket.
Sorry, that was my fiance. She's like, yeah, let me talk to you. And I'm like, okay, what about? She's like, how long were you and him together? And I'm like, 1 year and 4 months. We were gonna get married in October of 2019. And she's like, oh. And I'm like, yeah. He cheated on you. Well, he cheated on me with you, honey. So if he did it on me, he'll do it on you. So don't think you're special. And she's like, well, I don't. And I'm like, I'm sorry, honey. He's not much. He beat the shit out of me constantly, like, every day.
Let me out. I'm stuck in your pocket.
And she's like, he beats me too. And I'm like, honey, you need to run. Like, I was being, like, dead ass with her. And I'm like, honey, if you don't get out now, you'll be stuck with him. And she's like, how do I get out? And I'm like, the only way you can, I'm like, if last resort, you call the cops and get the fuck out. And then she's like, can I call you? And I'm like, you want to do it on here or through my number? And she's like, well, he goes through my phone. And I'm like, yeah, he did that shit to me too, honey. And I'm like, either you do it through Facebook and you delete it, or you do it through my number and you delete it. And then she's like, well, give me your number and I'll just disguise your phone number with somebody else's name. And I'm like, I bet. So she calls me. And she calls me and she's like, I'm pregnant with his kid. I don't know what to do. I don't want to have his kid right now. And I'm like, honey, how old are you? She's like, if I tell you, you cannot go to the cops. And I'm like, oh shit. This bitch is a minor and he's 21. And I'm like, honey, be honest with me, okay? I'm here to help you. And she's like, I'm 17. And I'm like, Dada, she's a fucking minor. And I'm like, why are you with a 21-year-old, honey? And I'm like, I'm just genuinely curious. Like, I understand. And she's like, wait, he's 21? And I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, honey, yes. This man is 21. And she's like, oh my God. I'm like, how old did he tell you? And she's like, 18. And I'm like, he looks 18 when he shaves. And she's like, I've never seen him with facial hair. And I'm like, this nigga does, my bad. And I'm like, this boy shaves to keep his appearance to look young. That's some bullshit. And then I'm like, honey, are you for sure that you're pregnant? And then she's like, yeah, let me show you. And then she real quick sends me like a picture of 4 positive pregnancy tests. And I'm like, how do I know this ain't fake? And she's like, I can put my dog in the picture. And then I'm like, put you, the dog, and the 4 pregnancy tests in the picture. And she did. She sent it like that.
Let me out. I'm stuck in your pocket.
She sent it real quick. And then she's like, what do I do? And I'm like, honey, you are 17. I'm like, I was 17 going on 18 when I met him. She's like, what do I do? And I'm like, the most I told her was you either block him, run, and stay the fuck away, or you get the cops involved and call it rape. She's like, well, I don't want either of those options. And I'm like, he's not gonna change. I'm like, if he didn't for me, he won't for you. And I'm like, you're probably gonna say you're probably about to say that he will. No, honey, he won't. I was with him for a year and 4 months, and I asked him so many times to change or I will leave. And what did he do? He just beat the shit out of me even more. And she's like, he'll change. And I'm like, yeah, honey, you say that now, but wait until like 6 months go by, and you call me crying. Yeah. What happens? 6 months later, she calls me. Like last month, she called me. She was like, I'm so fucked. And I'm like, oh, hi. I'm like, how's your kid? She's like, I lost it. And I'm like, He beat you half to death? Hit you in the stomach a couple times? Made you drink? Made you do a couple? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, I told you. So when I was pregnant, my mom and my dad, no one knows the reason why I had a miscarriage. The whole reason I had a miscarriage is because my ex made me drink, made me do like 4 things of little small things of heroin, 4 little small things of heroin, and then he beat the shit out of me for like 2.5 hours. We did not live by ourselves. We lived with we part-time lived with his parents. We part-time lived with my dad. His parents wouldn't stop him. No. And he threatened if I told my dad, he'd kill me. Or if I tried to go to the cops, he'd kill me. So she calls me. She's crying. She's like, I can't take it anymore. And I'm like, I'm sorry, boo. I don't know what to tell you. And she's like, Just give me something. And I'm like, honey, it took me being in 4 months away from society, locked up, to realize that he was trash. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. She's like, 4 months of being locked up to realize that? And I'm like, yeah. I was really dumb and really blind. I'm like, all I've ever known is to be abused, to be beaten, to be drugged.
Let me out. I'm stuck in your pocket.
She's like, how fucking stupid are you? And I'm like, honey, when your parents abuse you, it's all you really know. So calling me dumb is calling yourself dumb because you don't know how to get the fuck out of this situation. When I told you 6 months ago to get the fuck out. But what did you do? You laughed in my face and didn't listen. Well, look where you are. You are calling me, his ex, for advice. And I'm telling you now, honey, you're going to need those 4 months of intense therapy to help your stupid ass out. And she got all mad at me, and I'm like, yeah, call me in another 3 months when you about to get married to him. And then on your wedding day, you gotta cover up those bruises. Because I don't play that game no more. She's like, I'm not gonna call you again. I'm like, then block my number. Don't use it. And when you do need me, you're not gonna have my number. And she's like, I won't need it. And I'm like, okay, bye. So yeah. It is currently March. So we're on my birthday of this year. I will be expecting a call from her stupidity. And when she calls, y'all will be the first to know. Anyway, guys, this has just been a little video that's half an hour long. I will see you guys probably Friday. My mom will be here Friday, so I don't know when I'll get around to doing a video. But I will see you guys in the next one. Alright, see you guys later.